just felt like...
What did she say was the strategy? Even if she said she didn't use the word strategy.
What
did she say the strategy was?
I just want to tell you everything that happened.
We don't have time. I need to get to the point.
This is what I would like to call classic mess up, big time mess up. You see the situation where we have Ebuka versus Kassia. The question I have is, how did we get here? I am not pleased. I am unhappy about how tonight's eviction show went. I have so many questions. Number one, why was Kassia not prepared? Like, how did she not see this coming? Number two, why do we still have so many housemates in the house at week 8? Like, how? What exactly is happening? Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Lucy's Quick One, talking the Big Brother Naija show. Tonight I'm talking the eviction show and how things just turned out, and it just gets me wondering. The best I did for myself was to try to avoid social media so I can come here, with a clean head and a clean mind. So you tell me what you feel about this in the comment section as I speak. Now, in case you're new here, please do not forget to subscribe to my channel and like this video if you do like what I say and then agree with what I say. And if you do not agree with what I say, definitely drop your own comments in the comment section and let's have a conversation. Now let's talk about the eviction show and the beginning. Ebuka comes in, right? And he's talking with the housemates and asking his questions. He goes to Tjay and asks him about what he thinks about the housemates and how they performed, and then what he also said about the housemates underperforming, and then Tjay clears the air. Now Ebuka goes to Kassia.
I felt like she was being too strategic in everything she does in this
Do
house.
you have a strategy?
No.
All through the time Ebuka was trying to ask Kassia the question, at some point Ebuka was interrupting her because she was not answering the question according to how he was asking the question. Now Ebuka asked her and said, you know what? There is this fight that you had with Onyeka, and you said that Onyeka told you that she had a strategy in the house, and then she was using Wani and Handi. There was one you said you felt in your spirits that this is what Onyeka is doing. There's another that you said she told. So which one is it? So Kassia was saying that, okay, Onyeka told her that her strategy is to be in people's business. But then Ebuka was like, so where is the feeling of Wani and Handi coming from? She was like, she felt somehow. I felt like Ebuka led her on in that question somehow, and then she fell for it. Her husband, Kelly Ray, was trying to save her and he was telling her that you didn't say that you felt, like you didn't say it. But because he was talking to her, Ebuka was talking to her, she started to stutter. And at that point, I was so mad. Because in my mind, I've seen these housemates as people that, have studied the show very well. So you definitely know that if something happens in the house that week, and you are probably one of the main actors of that incident, there is no way Ebuka will come and not ask you questions. So you should have been ready for Ebuka. As Ebuka came for you, you would have gone back for him. I felt like she was caught unawares somehow with all the questioning about feeling that Wani and Handi were being used by Onyeka. And then, Kassia was saying, that, Onyeka was telling her that while Kassia was up, Victoria's fans will be voting for her. So in her mind, she thought that, Onyeka will be doing the same thing with Wani and Handi. And I was like, look at set up. At some point, when Ebuka was asking Kassia the question, and she was trying to answer and laugh and everything, Ebuka was like, you have to answer fast. She was like, I'm trying to answer the question. Ebuka was like, there is no time. Guys, at that point, Kassia should have said, if there is no time, then I don't think I can answer the question. But I stand on what I said because Onyeka said that she's using strategy of getting to know people's businesses in the house. Case closed. I should have kept quiet. I was so angry. I was like, the problem I had with this entire back and forth with Ebuka is that Kassia was not prepared. That's my anger. I felt like she should have been ready for whatever it is that Ebuka would have brought to her. Now Ebuka was like, okay, you're accusing Onyeka of having a strategy. Don't you have a strategy? And she said no. As much as we know that, her plan with her husband was to come into the house and not allow the housemates know that they are married. She stood on business and said no. So in as much as she was very confused at that point, she would have just told Ebuka, since I don't have the time to answer the question, I'm bowing out. You can't force me. And then left it at that and vindicated herself. But it just went the way it went. I was watching this with a friend, and the friend was saying that she thinks that Kassia did not comprehend what Ebuka said, because if she understood what Ebuka said, it was definitely saying that you are not sure what you were saying and telling every other person, and then you agreed to it. So maybe she didn't understand. But I am still pained I am still pained that mentally Kassia did not prepare for this word that she was going for when it comes to the eviction show. Somewhere in my mind, I feel like Kassia will wake up at night and say, I should have played this better, I should have played this better. You know, the way when something happens to you and you're in your house, you're thinking about how the day went, you would have been telling yourself that, I should have played this better, I should have done this better. Man, I was so pained. Now, moving on to other interviews that Ebuka had with the housemates, he goes on to Ozzy to talk about the classic kiss case, and he directly accused Ozzy of leading on Onyeka and Victoria, and he said no, he's not leading them on. And I like how Ebuka was like, so if you know that when somebody is doing something and you do not stop the person, it automatically shows that you are entertaining it and you want it. Ozzy was like, no, he's not leading them on. Ebuka leaves that and then goes to Victoria, and he asked Victoria, like, what was happening with you and Ozzy? You were asking for a kiss. What was going on there? And I like what Victoria said. She said she was tipsy, she was high, she did not know what she was saying. Full stop. I said it. See, when it comes to the show, be prepared to answer. Just know that, oh, I'm doing this or I'm doing that. Always be prepared to answer the question. And if you can't answer the question, stand on business and stand with your full chest and own it. Like, this is how it is for me. Whether you like it or not, this is my reality. Even Ozzy stood on business and said, this is my reality. I am not leading anybody on. Case closed. There was also the Sean situation with Wani, and Ebuka had to ask, like, what exactly is going on here? You know, remember last week, Ebuka asked Wani about her situation with Sean, and she said, he's my boyfriend in the house. So today, Sean said, we're exclusive in the house. And then Ebuka goes on to ask Wani about accusing the men in other ships not being as respectful as her man, Sean. And she was like, yeah, you know, Tofa and Suj, this one, that one, I didn't really mean it this way, I didn't really mean it that way. Now, Ebuka asks Sean, okay, so what are you guys? He says, they are exclusive in the house, I'm not moving on to anybody. Somehow, that answer didn't really sit well with me, but it's fine. Now, let's move to the eviction itself. We had Ben leave the house first, and you know, everybody was like, oh my god, the funny guy and everything. And then Chizoba starts crying, not knowing that Harold was coming at the back. So while Ben was evicted, you could see TJ, his head was down. In case you did not know, TJ and Ben came into the house together as a pair, but TJ now is left in the house without Ben. So Ebuka comes back to evict another housemate, and this time it was Chizoba. While she was still crying for Ben, she had to hug people and left the house. And then I saw the way she and Onyeka hugged. You know, Onyeka and Chizoba have a very interesting relationship when it comes to their sisterhood. So I understood how they were and how they are, because even when Chizoba came outside, you know, she was telling Ebuka that she and her sister have an interesting relationship. But the most important thing is that they love each other. Ebuka comes into the house again, thinking that probably was going to still pull one more card and evict somebody. He says everybody is safe and then we are going home. Before the eviction, they were 16. After the eviction show, they are 14. Week 8. Why are there still so many in the house? I'm so confused. Like, what exactly is happening? In my mind, I'm like, okay, let's give them the benefit of the doubt. Maybe because right now it looks like all the housemates have one developing story or the other happening around them. Maybe that's the reason this is being elongated, and that's the reason they didn't evict more than 2 people. I was expecting at least 4 people to leave Big Brother's house tonight, but well, we had 2. Ladies and gentlemen, let me know what you think about this entire situation in the comment section. From Kassia and Ebuka to Sean and Wani's response to Ozzy and Victoria's response, and all of that in the comment section. I got you with more right here on this channel. Till next time, remember to enjoy every moment. Mwah. Bye.